boy, the intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you. If you go against me in the square circle, let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team are talking tough. DJ Tony grabbed the mic, cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. The famous words of Jeff Houston, time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you.
It's time to knuckle up.
It's about how you make yourself different from the rest.
It's time to knuckle up. It's time to knuckle up. It's time to knuckle up.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of the one and only Bones to Domes. We're going on a year strong. I'm loving it. How you feeling tonight, Mr. Live Worldwide?
Mr. Live Worldwide is feeling fantastic about everything as of right now. Mr. DJ Tony having a good time. Glad to be back in Loudmouth Central. Glad to have Bones to Domes ready to rock and roll. How's everything on your end? Let's go ahead and let's get the pleasantries out of the way so that we don't have to talk to each other. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, fuck you, man. It's like, no,
I know, right?
Everything's good. Everything's good. 2024, man, I tell you, has been one hell of a shitty year. I can't even say it's been good. 2024 has been a hell of a shitty year. I guess you could say, to DJ Tony and to my whole family. Really, it's just been so much bad stuff going on. But hoping all that turns around. But it's okay. Things are moving up. And yeah, how's everything over there in Texas, buddy?
Same old. Can't complain. Sorry that you're having such tribulating times as of right now, but what doesn't I hate to use a cliche, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I know that you'll end up coming out in the better at the end, because you're a hustler, man, and hustle's hustle. Hustlers don't know when to stop, or maybe you do, I don't know. But the point is that I think you're gonna be I think in the end there's gonna be that silver lining to your cloud, brother.
That is true, buddy. Hold on. I got Andy messaging me.
Yeah. And before we get to our first guest, let's go ahead and throw down a little bit about went down this last weekend. We had Bkfc Fight Night Clearwater. Our first time over in Clearwater. We had been so many different areas around there. We've been to Tampa, we've been to Lakeland, we've been all around the areas, but we had never actually done an event over by Bert's Barracuda. Done plenty of weigh-in shows over there, but this is the first time that we did something right next door at the OCC warehouse. The fights were awesome. Paul Sr. joined us. Sr. joined us. In fact, he was standing next to me in the squared circle on the announcement for the main event, on the decision for the main event. And he said to me, this was the best event that ever came to the OCC Roadhouse. And I was talking with a lot of fans afterwards. They were just so incredibly appreciative that Bkfc finally came to Clearwater.
Yeah, it was a great show. Great, perfect weather. All the fights were good. Another sold out crowd. Had a great time there. This was actually my first Bkfc event since Bkfc 6 that I went to as a fan. So it was good. I had a lot of fun. Saw a lot of old friends and a lot of friends from Clearwater. Obviously, I live out here and lived in Clearwater, so it was good times, man. We had I was there with Street Nat Matt, and we pulled up with the G Nat behind the venue and got a bunch of people on, a bunch of fighters. Even Dave Sr. got on. So.
You had Swervo Cuts lowering his ears in the hotel parking lot.
Yeah, we had our main man Swervo Cut there. He came out to the hotel, Fighter Hotel. gave me a haircut, gave Matt a haircut, gave man, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name right now. Oh, Jacob, who sets the ring together. He came out there, he set him up, gave him a haircut. So I definitely want to see that Swervo Cuts versus Ryan Reber. Oh, there he is. Definitely want to see that Swervo Cuts versus Ryan Reber haircut competition.
All right. A little strut, a little cut, a little strut, and a little cutting. You know, I'm fine with that. I'd certainly like to see that BKFC style, and I think a lot of our fans would like to see something like that. But
yeah, so we got out there. We got we had the GNAT out back of the Harley Davidson. Had like I said, a bunch of people got on it, including Dave Senior. So it was pretty dope, man. Bunch of the fighters, everybody enjoyed it. So we're gonna actually set up once a week out here, meetup probably on Monday mornings, somewhere either in Tampa or St. Pete, and get back to what we used to do like 2 years ago and do a meetup like at a park or something, so people can come out and get free workouts. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
Well, as long as they get an opportunity to do the workouts and they also get the opportunity to watch the fights, you know, familiarize themselves with the BKFC product, and we get to show them why it's the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. I know I say that every single show, and it almost sounds like it's just, just a catchphrase, but you and I both know better, Tony. I mean, we had some great fights. We had another record-breaking moment with a debut fighter, Angel OG Hernandez. First fight with BKFC, 8 seconds into round number 1, which makes him the third fastest knockout in BKFC history. And he was happy. He was happy, man. I mean, he was going nuts about that. So I definitely think that there's massive potential in Angel Hernandez, the way that he was able to dispatch his opponent as easily as he did. So that was really, really good. But I could not be happier for the Marine. I could not be happier for the successful return of Mike Richmond. But I'll tell you, he didn't have it easy. Eric Lozano is a certified OG knockout artist. This guy knows how to put you to sleep. What's going on, everybody? And then we got Travis Thompson here. Travis Thompson had a fight against, he had a fight against Abdiel Velasquez. Unfortunately, did not make that one happen. But we always look at Travis as the OG, and we always look at him as, I kind of look at him as kind of like the ring general with us, because he's been here since the beginning. He's been in the shit. He knows exactly what it is. He's had tough fights, but no matter how he comes out in the end, he always has a smile. Travis, there is one thing that I will say. I was asking you how you were feeling after the fight. I promise you, brother, I will never ask you that again, because that's just the wrong thing to say.
Especially to him.
No. I mean, that's the wrong thing to say to anybody. Honestly, no. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It's just asking a fighter after that. There's just so much.
Especially to him.
Yeah, he agrees.
He don't like them type of questions. He don't like them simple ass questions like, "Oh, how's your training going?"
Yeah, I know. That's why I never ask AJ. That's why I never ask AJ Adams. Never ask how his training camp's going. He fucking hates that shit. I don't blame him. I'm thinking about this stuff. There's more pressing matters to talk about than how is the training camp going? How are you feeling and everything? I mean, there's more to it than that, Tony. I think so. But happy as a clam about BKFC Fight Night
Clearwater.
Everybody had a good time. The crowd, you have to admit, the crowd was lit. The crowd was
lit. Everybody was literally standing the whole entire show. It was literally, it was packed. I mean, I've DJ'd there before, and it was definitely, obviously it's BKFC. It should be a bigger crowd, but it was definitely packed.
So
I know.
cool.
I believe Ryan Sosha had posted some pictures that he had took from there, and the crowd had fun. No, no problems at all, and just like we like, nice and easy night, and got out of there nice and smooth.
Well, I figure that where we are as far as our production and as far as what we put into BKFC, this is now just as simple as breathing for the rest of us. I mean, where we are, we've already had our 60th event. So moving forward, I mean, and that once again, that's not including the fight nights, that's not including the prospect series, that's not including a pat load of shows. So we've just been doing this so often, and now it's just second nature for both of us. But do we have our first guest queued up and ready to rock?
Nah, he is. He's texting me. I mean, he's sending me screenshots and stuff. For some reason, he can't get in to the app. I told him normally you just click on the link and it goes straight in, but for some reason he can't get on. So I'm still waiting for him to get on, but let's do this. Well, we had that. We had a whole night of that. I also want to talk about a little bit about a huge event, UFC 300. I don't know if you watched it, Jeff, but man, that was one of the best fight cards that I've ever seen put together. It was so many good fights. Well, yeah, of course, but so many good fights, so many. I see you, buddy. It's all good, dog. We'll figure it out. And if not, we only got one person on next week. I was trying to actually surprise you, Andy, with one of our guests for next week that wanted to jump on while you were on. But if it doesn't work, then if anything, maybe we'll just have you on next week with him. Let's see. But yeah. So
I'm going to be honest about UFC 300, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. The big shocker was how good Max Holloway looked against Justin BMF.
That fight was so good, man.
That fight was fucking epic. That fight was just fucking epic. I mean, we all know Max Holloway. I mean, he is a certified Hall of Famer, 100%. This guy's Hall of Fame bound, 100%. And it was, something. That's another thing. I love the love that they showed Mark Coleman at UFC 300. Because Mark Coleman has been going through a lot. I mean, he's been having constant health problems. He had his parents' house burned down not too long ago. He was able to save his parents. Unfortunately, he was not able to save the family dog. He was intubated in the hospital. They weren't exactly sure what his chances were. He fought through all of that, and they extended him the honor to strap on the BMF belt to the champion, and the new BMF champion, as of right now, is Max Blessed Holloway. I really hope that they make him defend it. I really do. I really hope that the BMF belt doesn't become just a novelty. I hope it becomes a permanently defended belt. Eventually, like I'd like to see the King of Violence belt. I know that we're not going to see the King of Violence belt defended at Knucklemania 4. I know that. But I agree. I definitely think that the King of Violence is a title that should be defended. Absolutely. Just like the Queen of Violence, that we're going to see the inaugural Queen of Violence just a few weeks after. So, no, Andy,
we have a special sneak-in guest for you, Big Jeff. Boom!
What's going on, guys? Woo!
I kind of figured we get
so we'll get the animal in.
How you guys doing? Hey, this is to make up for.
Andy? You see how easy that is, Andy?
I missed my fight. Sorry, guys.
Do you see how easy that was, Andy? What's up, big dog? Just chilling, man. It was good seeing you this weekend.
I I wish
How
I
about
would put on a better show.
that dope ass car you had all wrapped up out
Oh
there?
yeah, it came out nice. It came out great. I'm very happy about that. Man, I just want to give props to Abby. He did a great job. Abdiel Velasquez, congratulations. You did a great job on the fight, man. I'm just very disappointed, man. I wish I would have put up a great fight like we had last time.
No, I hear you, brother.
It
I hear you.
happens, man.
All that we can ask. I mean, you got to remember, man. Half the battle is getting in that ring in the first damn place, which is what most people can't even stomach to do in the first place, brother.
I get that. I understand that, but you gotta step left. You can't keep stepping right, and that's what happened. I stepped right, and he caught me at I got right in the eye. Damn.
I think you'll be okay, man, because Zoolander eventually turned left, so I think you'll be
Zoolander, thanks.
I think you'll be just fine. I definitely want to touch base on something Andy said. Andy went ahead and gave the performance of the night to Kayla Harrison. I don't give her the performance of the night. I give her the debut of the year. As of right now, as far as we're talking about UFC debuts, that right there was incredible.
I was confused for a second. I was like, hold on, there was no.
She looked
on
terrifying. Dude,
Monster.
she looked terrifying at the weigh-ins. She looked terrifying. I've never seen her. I don't think I've ever seen her at 135. I don't think I've ever seen her at 135. And she just absolutely looked just monstrous. I was just like, oh my God. She is just
did you watch UFC?
Beast from that movie.
Watch a couple of the later fights.
Oof.
Yeah, I watched the whole. I believe I watched the whole entire card. Yeah, I mean,
that was amazing.
Which one?
The BMF title.
Oh yeah,
fight of the year contender. Guaranteed fight of the year contender.
That was
off of what you were going off of, Jeff. I don't see anybody beating her. I seen Nunez because she called out Nunez. Nunez made a little video like saying, maybe she'll come back, but she'll destroy Nunez. Like,
did you see her rear naked choke on Holly Holm? She was like she was like I know. No, when her lats pulled out when she put that rear naked choke on her, I was just like, oh my fucking Lord, man. The think of the torque that she's putting on that rear naked choke. I'm just like, my God.
I felt bad for Holly. I was like,
yeah, I know, right?
Don't do my girl like that.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah, but another up and coming star who is definitely going to be in line for some championship gold is definitely going to be Bo. Bo is just
yeah.
Dude,
no, I watched Bo. Bo did a great job.
Just a fucking badass.
Bo is awesome.
Yeah, I like Bo. I like Bo. Bo's an all around good fighter. Yeah, he's a well-rounded fighter. Yep. His grappling is top notch. His striking is top notch, and he's patient. He's patient, but he's also puts his foot on the gas. On top of that, that's a dangerous combination. Yep. It's a dangerous combination.
Hell of a wrestler too.
Yeah, hell. Wrestling pedigree.
God, I can't believe it, man. He was. I was watching. That was. He had a great job. He did a great job. Great fight.
No, he did. But the co-main.
Yeah, I say the co-main was really, man.
The co-main was really important to me because of the fact that I announced the challenger, Yan Xiaonan. I have announced like 4 or 5 of her MMA fights abroad. She worked very close with a couple of the promotions that I represented, and all of them were in China, obviously. But Yan Xiaonan, when I saw that she was coming to the UFC, I said, this girl's going to fuck shit up unless she gets in striking range of Zhang Weili. And she did, unfortunately. But it was a unanimous decision, good back and forth, and actually 2 top-notch Chinese female MMA fighters. I mean, these
awesome.
are
really cool.
vicious. They're fucking.
I didn't get to see the co-main event or the main event. I didn't get to see them.
Oh, nah, co-main. Yeah, those 2 ladies put on a show too. They were just going forward the whole entire time.
That's awesome. That's the best. Yeah. That's all you can for, man.
A lot, mostly stand and you know, there was some towards the end. She just started submitting her, or trying to submit her. But
no, they were in the pocket most. They were in the pocket most of the time. Yeah, they were in the
after Max Holloway and Gaethje, they fought. Man, that fight was amazing.
Loved it.
I couldn't take any more after that fight. I was like, dude, we got to go. It was getting late. We were.
Gaethje's face was messed up, dude. Oh my!
Yo, but you got to give him credit, man.
Oh,
dude,
hell
he got
yeah!
Fucked up in the first two rounds.
That last second of the first round when he caught that heel to the nose and it broke his nose. And then he stood in there the whole fight. Like
the
God
rest of the
damn.
time, he didn't care. And then the second round, what happened? The second round, he got 2 eye pokes.
Mm-hmm.
He just wouldn't quit, man. That was amazing. And you know what? I gotta give Holloway props too.
Forgot about that.
Because Holloway, he had him beat. It was done. He's like, no, we're finishing this shit in the middle.
Hell yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he didn't even have to step out.
No,
there.
he didn't. He already beat him.
I forgot about this too.
Jerry. Jerry. I forgot about Jerry.
She actually got put to sleep in that first round. Right at the end of the first round, as the time was going out, she got put to sleep. She was asleep. And then somehow she's like when the girl went to go throw her off.
Yeah.
When he went to go throw her off, she kind of got up and like stumbled, and the ref let her go back to the corner.
Wow.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was this fucking close. It was this fucking close. I completely forgot about Jerry. Jerry had a badass fight against Alexander, and he's another one who's on the run to get his title back. I definitely think that he has the possibility to do that, which in these kind of events, you see the former champions kind of return to their former glory. I mean, that's what we saw with Max Holloway. We saw Max Holloway. He's been up and down, left and right, and he comes and he gives the performance of his life against probably, in my opinion, one of the most surgical strikers in the history of the of the UFC.
That's the way I felt the same way about that too, Jeff. Like I was telling my boy, I was like, dude, Max ain't gonna take Justin. Like Justin knows what the hell he's doing. Justin's gonna probably put him out. And in the first round, I honestly still thought, yeah, Justin's got this. Got that heel, man. With like 1 second left, he got hit the heel. I was like, holy shit. And like Tony said, I was like, holy shit, big time.
Automatically, as soon as that heel hit, I knew. I was like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but Justin, like, it didn't really phase it. Like, okay, it did phase
when he came out though. When he first came out to start the second round, it was bothering him.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
Obviously,
he kept doing this. Yep.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, he's gonna probably. I thought his corner was gonna stop it because his nose looked fucked up. But now he went the whole
third round. From third, fourth, and fifth round, he didn't care anymore. It was like the whole second round, it looked like it was bothering him. After that, it was done. Then it wasn't leaking anymore. I was like, holy shit.
He was throwing.
I was like,
they were throwing heavy.
What did he have on those Q-tips? I need some of that shit.
On the punch that landed, that actually knocked him out.
That overhand.
Justin had just missed him.
I know.
I mean, by an inch. I'm talking about an inch. I think if that would have connected, Max would have been knocked out. It would have been
old as a Max.
That's the thing, though, Tony. Those punches at the end, they are so tired at that point. You gotta realize, what were they? 5-minute rounds, right? So they've already fought a full 24 minutes and 50 seconds before they did that. So at that point in time, neither one of them were in any condition to even watch their punches land. They're just throwing shit.
That's what I mean.
What was it? 459
was like
5.
If that punch would have connected,
I know. He
was going night.
1 second.
Absolutely.
But we definitely have to
on the clock. That shit's crazy.
1 second left in round number 5. But we also have to get props, in my opinion, for somebody who is on the hunt for the pound for pound in the UFC. And we're talking about badass motherfucker Alex Pereira. Alex is just, oh my God, dude.
That walk is so cool, man, when he comes out.
It's cool, but I'm going to tell you, when he was at the checkpoint, one of the coolest stare downs I'd ever see. He's at the checkpoint. He's got his arrow out. Freaking Jamal Hill snaps him, puts him over his knee, and I'm just like, oh man, I thought that this was going to be a little bit more competitive, but I'm going to tell Alex has got to be one of the best strikers in the UFC as of right now.
That's awesome.
Absolutely one of the best strikers. So in my opinion, I think the fight to make eventually to go ahead and cement the overall pound for pound king of the UFC at one point is going to have to be Pereira and John Jones.
That's true. What Swervo Cuts just said. I forgot about that because he hit Gaethje's nose has been messed up almost his whole career.
Oh, yeah.
He just had that surgery like a year or two ago, so he's used to.
Look at his fucking nose. You can tell it's been fucked up. I mean,
he's used to having to breathe like that or
I don't
whatever.
think there's any bone left in that nose.
It's fitting. It's just like
completely flat. It is.
It's probably just cartilage.
Yeah.
There's no more bone. Probably just cartilage.
And then Alex waving the ref off.
Yep.
Like, nah, dog. Hold on, dog. I don't give a fuck about that nut cup. Nut check. Watch this right here.
That's awesome.
Speaking of which, guys, he made mention of Herb Dean. The day after Knucklemania in Los Angeles, I'm actually going to be working with Herb Dean and Savant Young downtown Los Angeles, not too far actually from the site of Knucklemania 4, for their first collaboration at Amateur MMA. It's going to be called Proving Grounds, and it's almost kind of like a street festival that they're closing down a certain street, and there's going to be music, there's going to be food, there's going to be live events, and there's going to be kind of like a warehouse style amateur MMA events. Herb's a longtime friend, so he asked me, "You're already in town, Jeff. Would you mind staying an extra day to go ahead and rock and roll with me on our first Proving Grounds?"
That's great, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the day after Knucklemania, so I better have my
all the good stuff.
I think there's possibly
Houston for one day, man. That'd be awesome.
There could possibly be a Lakers playoff game going on too. So
yeah, that's true. Possibly.
Be really packed. It's actually they're playing tonight. Actually, if they get knocked out, that's it. It's a one game. They're in the whatever the hell that shit's called. Extra, whatever the fuck. Game in, or whatever, where you get one game. So if they get knocked out, that's it.
Game in, play-ins, or whatever.
Play-ins. There you go. The play-ins. Yeah. My Knicks are in the second place, yo. How about that? Shout out to Knicks.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Up the other day when
How about them Knicks? All right.
They were down like 8 points at one point in time. They came back at the end. It was a good job.
Yeah, like two of the last 3 games they've been down more than 18 and came back. So they're doing good, man. About their best players.
It was like the last 3 or 4 minutes they were down like 8 points. It was like, holy shit, the Knicks are going to be, get their ass kicked. I turned it back on. I was like, holy shit, they're tied. How'd that happen? Then they're up 1. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we've been doing good, man. No hockey love. I mean, I'm a Devils fan and we suck. So, are you talking Texas Rangers or?
Yeah, of course they're talking the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, right. All right, you
I'm a Yankees fan, dog. I don't know nothing about them either.
Yeah, he's a damn Yankees fan.
Get out.
Nice. See, he said no.
Everyone just got home.
He's talking about hockey, New York Rangers. I'm a Devils fan, big dog. So I'm from Jersey. So sorry.
I just want to say bye to you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah, big dog. Good looking.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on for a second, Apple. We appreciate you, brother.
Brother.
Thank you. All right. The animal jumping on, helping us waste a little time here at Bones to Domes.
We do have our next guest in the waiting room. But go ahead, Jeff. Whatever you want to throw in there.
No. We were just going over UFC 300.
Bring on Holloway. Got you, big dog. Gonna do it right now. With that being said, Rooftop Solutions.
You.
It's like, nah. I'm just kidding. Oh, my bad. Let's bring in the one and only Mr. Hit him himself, Mr. Holloway. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
What's good? I'm doing great, guys. How you doing?
That's the kind of backdrop that we actually need to see. The man's in training. The man's in the gym. The man's ready to go. Get this shit done.
Yes, sir. Officially.
Absolutely, man. We're excited about what's going on, man, and the opportunity that is extended to you at BKFC Fight Night Omaha, where you get to get in there and toe the line against a veteran of the sport, somebody who's been very instrumental in helping BKFC move along as a sport. So what do you think about getting that kind of opportunity this early on in your BKFC career? It's got to be pretty cool, man.
I'm very grateful. Like, I'm always grateful for any opportunity that I get from them guys. And speaking on that, shout out to Nate Shook, shout out to Andy Hall. You know, I'm one of those guys. I don't really ever turn down a fight. I don't say no. You know, I don't know how to. This is what we sign up for. So, yeah, again, I'm grateful for the opportunity because I came out the bat. I mean, I took Will Santiago. He's coming off of 2. I jumped up for Cameron Van Camp. He's coming straight out of UFC. So, I mean, I'm game. There's no sense in going backwards as far as level of competition for me right now.
Well, the competition is always going to be very steady, and we try to do that to the best of our ability in BKFC. A lot of the athletes, sometimes have a little gripe about being on the bench maybe a little bit longer than is to be expected. But the way that I see it is that the good stuff is coming for those who stay the course. You stay the course with BKFC, and you use this as a way to make yourself a world champion and not a way you look at it as a stepping stone, because we've had so many fighters come in, look at this as a stepping stone because they see greener pastures ahead. And I just think in that case, you don't see the forest for the trees and you realize that this is the opportunity.
Yes, sir. 100%.
That this is that's the opportunity. But, for someone like Dakota Cochran, I mean, Dakota Cochran is one of those guys, who came into BKFC and, he had already cut his teeth for the first time in bare knuckle in World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation, which was the clusterfuck of clusterfucks when it comes to bare knuckle shows. It was actually just right after we had BKFC 1. He made his transition over to BKFC 2. There have been people that saying I've never been hit harder in my life than I have from Dakota Cochran. So this kind of game plan, I can only think you being a fighter who likes to come forward but also likes to angle out. I'm thinking that we're probably going to see the same thing from him that we possibly seen, or maybe you got a couple of tricks up your sleeve for us.
I definitely like what I've seen in the film. I know I can take a good shot, but I don't want to, get a little overzealous and stand in the pocket because anybody could get hurt at any given time. But of course, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to use the things that I've seen in the film to break them down. And once we see the opening, we're going to take that opening and we're going to stay on top of that.
Yeah, I like that, Tony.
Coming in straight in, they got you fighting on this card as the co-main. Now,
know that.
Yeah, I thought I told you that already. No?
Nah, I was the co-main, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I got you, big dog. There we go. Let's see what Andy has to say real quick. Boom, company man, accepting 2 fights in 2 different weight classes. All right. Shout out to Andy Hall, man. He doesn't know how to use a link, but
apparently not. Apparently not. He's not a point and click kind of guy. That's all right. We all have our problems.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Coming in like this, man, and coming into I believe it's his hometown, but you're coming in to be the co-main event.
Man, I made my MMA career off of going in other people's backyards, man. It's one of those things. I feel like a lot of people see that the pressure is on them, but for me, more of an incentive. I know it's going to be that much harder. I feel like sometimes if it goes to the scorecards, but I feel like I have more to fight for in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a great card, man. Like, the card is already shaping up to be one of the best cards of the year. You got a bunch of veterans on there already. What are you doing different in this camp that you did from your last camp?
Oh, just ask them to put it on display for everybody to record there, man. Jesus Christ, Tony.
Well, I know he's not gonna, we're not gonna break up the whole plan, but
I mean, the game plan, nothing really changes. You always want to be smart. you want to take advantages of opportunities that you know, we seen that we could have taken the last fight. So definitely want to close in on those things and just work the fine details. But for me, the most part is coming out healthy so we can do this again as soon as possible. You know, go in there, be effective, pick shots, fight when it's time to fight, you know, but I don't want to make it a hard fight, you know, make it an ugly fight. I want to be smart against and get in, get out.
And Andy would know this, and Jeff might know. I don't know. But yeah, we got to do that because I believe there's going to be a South Carolina card coming right back up soon from what I'm hearing. In like July or something, or June or something. So
South Carolina was July, September, and October. They're going to be in the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, and maybe hopefully North Carolina will get opened up by then. Your home state, and get some fights there, and then maybe get a main event, you know, on another fight night or
soon. There he says. Andy Hall already says coming soon. So
yeah,
says that. It's absolutely in the works, but I honestly think also what's going to make this fight interesting is because we have got two fighters who are towing the line for the first time in the 16-foot squared circle. I mean, you know, Mr. Hittem is so used to our 22-foot, but as everybody knows, with our upcoming fight nights and our upcoming prospect series, we're scaling it back down to the 16-foot squared circle, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Now, losing 40% of fight space, what do you think that that's going to do to your current game?
Me and my coach were just talking about that this morning, and then we were thinking about it, and I was like, how big is your ring? Like 16 by 16. We've been doing that. We've been doing, our ring is the exact same size. I don't really use a lot of movement. I think I did during that Will fight because I was getting gassed and I don't want to stand in there and take too much damage. But for the most part, I use angles to get out. I don't really see me any, you know, setbacks from not having space to move around.
You're not going to have much to step back. I mean, it's different for everybody, but I believe that who loses the most, obviously, is the heavyweights. I believe that they said that the heavyweights, I think they said they'd lost like 2 or 3 steps. If they're talking about fighting in the pocket, fighting from towing the line, they lose about 2 or 3 steps as far as getting in the pocket, angling out, squaring up, whatever you got to do. So with that, you know, we've had some complaints from some of the fighters that saying that completely fucks up their game. And the way that I see it, I mean, number one, if you're a fighter, you got to be able to change midstream at the last second, because just because you got a game plan doesn't mean it's going to go to fruition when you're in there.
Oh yeah, as soon as you get hit, that shit goes out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think with your style, it's gonna fit you anyways, because you're not, like you said, you're not gonna be looking to move, to run, or to, you know, you're gonna look to sit in that pocket and just, so it's gonna work better for you. Me personally, like I said, yesterday was the first time Friday night was the first time that I actually seen it in person. And from the fan point, the fights are better. But I just like the bigger ring. It just looks better. Like, it looks, I don't know. It just looked too small as a fan. But because I guess because it's the first time seeing it, and plus all the seating there was floor seating. There was no, you know, freaking
there's no risers.
There were no bleachers. Yeah, so it just looked really small, which I guess is cool. But when you're looking up at it, it's not, you know, it's not the same. But yeah, and I think definitely with your style, this shit's gonna be good. This is gonna be a banger. You both are gonna want to sit in that pocket. Neither of you move, so it's gonna be. I don't see it going out of the first round, honestly.
I agree.
There we go. That's what the fuck I want to hear, big dog.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I mean, you know how it is, man. I mean, you know,
when this fight, big dog, what are you doing? You know, what do you got planned? Are you heading on vacation or what?
Nah, man. Actually, after that Van Camp fight, I took quite a little time off because I had actually injured my right hand. So there was some guys I had on the radar because I didn't think this fight was going to pan through that I was already going for. So I'd like to get right back to it, man. I got a couple people on my sights.
And we had you know, I'm not gonna mention names, but we had a couple fighters not want to fight you, big dog. You know what I mean? You scaring people, dog. You scaring them.
For this fight, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Andy was giving us names, and everybody was saying no.
I don't know what it is. Sign up and then you don't want to fight.
I know you're out there at Bone Breakers, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my coach Jesus Becerra. Yeah, man, we getting in some good work over there.
Who else you got out there? I think is Truckins out there too.
Truckin' Carson out there. We got Michael Lell. You know, Soto will pop in every now and then. So we get some work in.
Have you been to his gym yet?
No, sir. I just got back in the mix, I would say about 4 weeks ago. So it's really been taking things light. I was more so focused on my strength and conditioning, making sure I had gas in the tank, so to speak.
Of course. Especially against someone, you know, when we've seen Dakota, we lost it. He'll come back on. But what I was saying is that what we've seen Dakota, what we were saying before, Jeremy, I've seen Dakota with a full tank and I've seen him without a full tank. And I know that when he has a full tank, that 1 round prediction can be a little difficult because of the fact that this guy, Jesus Christ. I mean, the one thing that I know that you got to watch out for Dakota Cochran is that this man lives to destroy the body. I have seen I have seen him take regular shots. In fact, don't you remember when he fought Mike Richmond and Mike was absolutely, oh my God, destroying his body, and on a regular fighter outside of Dakota Cochran would have folded that much further. So there is that dog in him in that fight. And I just think coming against yourself makes this a horse of a completely different color when it comes to a fight. If I'm going to throw something out there, I think it's going to be a banger, but I do see it going to at least round 2. That's just my prediction. I see you guys making it to round 2. I do.
They hit too hard, man. I don't know.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, but hitting hard is one thing and everything, but I don't think in the first round anybody's going to give anything up unless you absolutely bum rush. Unless you absolutely bum rush and fight past their defense. That's the only thing that I.
Going to be dope right there. Andy Hall said it could be possible there'll be 4 championship fights. Four champions in from the Carolinas. I thought he said 4 championship fights.
That's very true. The liver shot, Howie. Thank you. That's what it was. It was the liver shot that he got him with. That's right.
He said the Carolinas, so that puts you in there too, big dog. I was gonna say if he only said South Carolina, I was gonna be like, that's not right, dog.
Yeah, that's about right. We got 1 down, and we got 1 down, 3 to go. 1 down, 3 to go.
Holloway should be number 1, dog. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Nah, I like that whole name right there. I mean, that whole list. I said whole name.
We get these guys step up, man. I don't know what's
That's pretty much your whole squad, right? Ain't that your whole?
What's that?
You Cole Brown too, right?
Cole Brown?
No. I think, are you cool with Brown too?
Huh?
James Brown.
Are
James Brown.
cool with
Oh,
Brown?
Yeah.
we fought on a couple local MMA shows together. So yeah, very cool.
Oh.
I was like,
My bad, dog. It's my New Jersey. I got a little bit of Florida, a little bit of Virginia, all mixed in, dog.
all good though.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up, big dog. You know, obviously I am the DJ, so I want to ask you, dog, growing up, what were your favorite 3 artists? It could be any genre, anytime.
Growing up, I would say starting out, man, I was big on DMX when he.
Yeah, who wasn't? Fuck yeah.
My top 5.
Jay-Z. And then as I got a little bit older, man, I don't know, I was going through a time like Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti, yeah, he's all right. I like his girl better, but
I'm sorry, man. Live events, nobody got him on their feet like DMX, man. He was just as
man.
Natural as he was as natural a performer as they came, man. He was so fucking good.
I remember, I think I mentioned it on here before, but there was a concert that he did with Jay-Z one time, And he was, I guess you could say, the co-main or whatever. You know, he came. Jay-Z was the one, or finishing the show. He was coming on right before Jay-Z, and he said he killed the show so much that Jay-Z was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Like, how am I supposed to do that?" Like, all he did was come out and just start growling, just. And the whole crowd just started. He didn't even walk out yet, and the whole crowd was going crazy. He's like, "How am I supposed to beat that?" Like,
you're not. You're not.
He's definitely in my top 5.
Okay, that's a solid 3 right there. I can respect that. I
go Big Pun, Biggie, Jadakiss.
That's a good lineup. That's definitely a good lineup. I fuck with the Terror Squad.
And then I got to throw Michael Jackson in there for a whole, I guess for a second, third. What are you sending? I can't open this link, big dog. Yeah,
I know. Yeah. We can't open it out there. Yeah. All right,
I don't know what this is, Andy. You must be sending us one of your old fights or something.
Was that Andy?
I don't. Yeah, he sent us a YouTube video, but I can't open it. I don't know what it. I don't hear. What is it, Andy? All right, now here's another question for you, dog. In your career of fights, if there was one fight that you could go back and get back, which one would it be?
Michael Page.
All right. The Venom?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what's got that? Stu sent us a video of DMX and Myrtle Beach.
Oh, I remember that.
I can't. We can't open videos, unfortunately, big dog. But I already know what it is because I've seen every single DMX video and I know every song. So, but yeah, why, dog? Why? What kills you about that fight?
I got that fight on like 12, 13 days notice, and I had got that fight on the table where I had came across the board for him a year prior to that opportunity. I was 7 and he was 6-0. He didn't take that fight, of course. I ended up fighting Matt Secor, and I'm leg ripped off and a heel hook. And, we went back to the board, and then it actually got presented to my jiu-jitsu coach, and I think he was like, fuck that, because he had just got knocked out by Brennan Ward his last time out. So he wasn't going that route. So he passed it to me. I gladly took the offer at the time. It was a great offer. I was able to squeeze me a 3-fight deal out of it by taking less money. And it was one of those things, I didn't really feel like I was in the game until this point in the first round when I had him in the clinch and I had him against the cage. And I was really tensing up, trying to use everything to hold him there. And I could hear him grunting. And the more I relax, and I felt like I wasn't using any strength at all. He wasn't that strong, is what I'm trying to get to. So I kind of I started getting excited, oh, okay, now I got somewhere I can hold him. I my face for the first 2 minutes just to catch him. Once I got hit and I felt his initial power, I was like, okay, I can eat these. I just need to grab them. So once I grabbed them and then I got that low blow, I was like, shit, we got to reset. So it was back to the, had a bad tie up.
Watch that. I gotta write that down. I gotta watch that fight.
Had a tie up. I was trying to set up a heel hook. And when he grabbed my foot, man, the panic set in, thinking of that last submission when Matt grabbed my leg. I started tapping before he really added pressure. Bro, yeah. So if I could go back and do anything, I'd go back to that one.
Okay. What do you think of his inclusion in the UFC? Do you think it's kind of a fish out of water situation because of the way that he set himself up with Bellator, and now that he's in the UFC, do you think that there's going to be a ceiling for him eventually?
Only time will tell. Because the reason why I say that, if you notice, he's definitely put on a significant amount of muscle since the last time he's fought, and that's the biggest difference. Now, on the technical side, I've seen some things like he doesn't jab. He does not jab at all. And as soon as someone that can really, actually, I think a good boxer could take that away from him, because if they keep that distance in that range to where they nullify those leg kicks and the range of those kicks, and they cut off that left side, he's going to have to find a way to get himself at an angle to where he or get that distance to land that right hand.
Well, he did establish the jab when he was fighting Mike Perry in London. I mean, he had perfect examples to establish the jab in that fight, and he didn't even do it then.
No, because I mean, he's a creature of habit. It's not something you just start doing because you notice that you don't do it. You know, it's one of those things you have to repetition. But the only thing he's done repeatedly, time that right hand.
Yeah,
yep.
He just got that long punch.
Long hand. Yeah, he sure does. I don't know. I see him in the UFC, and I just think for somebody with his background, I just think that it's going to be more of an uphill battle than he thinks in the UFC. I just see
like a guy like Jeff Neal or even Joaquin Buckley. It could be dangerous for him because, like I said, the style, those guys press forward. They like to stay with it, and they're very well. Jeff was one of my training partners for a good while.
Same blood in the same mud. I did most of Jeff's Texas events growing up. So he and I came the same blood in the same mud. So seeing him do as well as he's done in the UFC, he's had a few setbacks in the UFC. This is true. But as well as he's been doing, I've just been so proud of him.
Oh, yeah. And I think that was only because he had like some freak health issue. Fights, man, and I think that had a lot to do with it because before that, man, he's still
he's a beast,
right? Because that's some of my best rounds. Like we're literally walking around a room full of 40 killers trying to find a different sparring partner because they're ducking him and they're ducking me. So I have to go with this asshole for at least 3 or 4 rounds. Yeah, great work, but not something you want to do on a consistent basis.
No,
we definitely got to hope that he goes in there and loses 2 fights in a row and get his ass back over here to Bkfc so you can get that fight, big dog.
Yeah, I definitely would love that.
I don't know if he's going to make another
champ, dog, and you can call him out.
I don't know if he's going to make another run.
Well, the fact that I don't get to right here now. We're not making fights. It's more so I'm getting offered. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not making the fight. I'm taking what somebody else didn't want.
That's why I said once you become champ, then you'll have a little say. You know what I mean? You can at least call people out. I mean, you can call people out now, but once you get that belt, then you got a little say. You do what you want.
We definitely got the call. I definitely got a call out in mind, but I'm focused on Dakota right now. See that ship sail. Once it's sailed, we're gonna hop on the next one.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that, and I think that once you get to that plateau, the call outs are a little bit easier to come together because the marketing machine is behind you. Then, when the marketing machine is behind you, then we really start building up the rivalries. I mean, some of them may be, manufactured, but some of them will be legitimate. Whatever gets you paid and whatever gets you closer to the belt, in the end, I think is what's most important.
That's one thing I haven't really been able to figure out. Are these guys trying to get closer to the belt or are they trying to get paid? Because if they're trying to get closer to the belt, I don't really see why you're turning down fights.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to get paid. I get it. You don't want to get hurt. You want to win. You lose. You take a pay cut your next fight, but you want the belt. I don't give a damn who you put in front of me, where we got to fight at. We're going to run it.
We want fighting champions. You're right. We want fighting champions. We want people that don't cherry pick. Honestly, it's amazing in BKFC how many new fighters we've seen who come in here with like some kind of entitlement of cherry picking their opponents.
I'm not going to say any names, but the first opponent I was offered at 65, I think just came out off of a win, I think from Bellator or somewhere, and I honestly thought he would be a problem, you know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh yeah, we'll set it up. A couple of days later, they never. Can you go up 10 pounds? Sure, I'll go up 10 pounds.
Oh man,
it's gonna be good, man.
Oh,
Omaha, the weather should be nice by in the next couple of weeks. So.
No elevation, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can do that.
It's gonna be good. Then I see you coming to Miami next, probably, unless it's not back in the Carolinas somewhere.
definitely love to be in Miami, man. Definitely make some things happen.
Okay.
What you got planned for the rest of the week besides training?
Man, rest up. Get ready for the next one. You know, it's a short camp. My strength and conditioning coaches, man, they've really been putting some things together. So just want to be smart and, you know, have a great performance. Like I said, the one thing I do know about Dakota, like I said, he hits hard. But from what I've seen, a lot of guys put themselves in that position to get caught by him. From the film I saw so far, I didn't see him like going in and initially landing a strike. I seen more so from a counter standpoint. Guys had to come in his range, you know. So, yeah, man, I'm just stick to the guns, man, and
He's
keep
southpaw too, right?
Me?
Not him. I think.
Shit.
What, Dakota Cochran? What, Dakota Cochran? Dakota Cochran. Yeah, Dakota Cochran's a southpaw fighter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He knocked Cutter down with the right hand. He was conventional.
No, but he switches. I know. I know that he's a southpaw switcher. I know that. I've seen him fight.
From what I remember, he's a southpaw.
Right and hit with his left. But so I've seen that. But I got a question for you, Jeremy, because I know that you got laser focus on Dakota Cochran for Bkfc Fight Night Omaha, but I know that you are going to be tuning in and checking out the biggest BKFC event of all time next week in Los Angeles. I know you're going to be checking out Knucklemania 4. Now, my question to you is, who are you looking? What fight are you looking forward to the most in Knucklemania 4?
I kind of want to see that Perry Alves fight, man. You know, I haven't really seen anybody stand up to Perry's tenacity. You know, there's guys in there that can strike well, they can do everything well, but it's at the end of the day, it's like, is that dog gonna come out? You know, and is it gonna persevere through everything you've taken and keep pushing forward? So I think that's gonna be a really good one because Thiago was in the UFC. I think he did pretty well in his BKFC debut and the fights that he's had so far. So it's gonna be a very good one.
Well, he's a former middleweight champion. I mean, middleweight champion after only 2 fights. Unfortunately, he saw greener pastures past this, but hopefully that does not happen again. I think in this stage in career, I don't think it will. But in my opinion, I think the one that the true BKFC fans are looking forward to is the Mick Terrell and Lorenzo Hunt fight because, you know, that's Lorenzo's opportunity at a 3-seat champ. And, you know, it's incredible.
And I think he could do it, man. You know, the thing about those big boys, man, they hit different. They hit different. So everything I think is going to be a great fight. I just want to see how, you know, Lorenzo reacts after taking a clean shot. Hopefully he doesn't have to take a clean shot to get the job done. But, you know, if he does and he eats it, I think it's going to be a good night for him as far as, you know, coming out victorious.
It's a problem. Mick's got a problem with those. I mean, Mick is a problem if you're talking clean shots. If you're talking absolute clean, unobstructed shots, Mick is a problem because Mick's not exactly a new hand at this. I mean, you know, Mick's 7-1 as a bare knuckle fighter. He's not 11-1 that Lorenzo is. But I mean, and he's also a former BKB champion on top of that as well. So this is no new rodeo for him. I don't think it's going to be the easy fight that Lorenzo is thinking. I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's going to be easy. It's definitely going to be a test because I mean you got to think about he's used to carrying that weight around, and then you got to think about the clinch and take that into perspective. If he decides to clinch and lay his weight on Lorenzo, you know, that's going to take a factor. If Lorenzo has to push off, that's going to be another factor to him as far as his endurance throughout those rounds. You know, if it becomes an end fight on the clinch, maybe Terrell has the advantage on the clinch. You know, again because of the weight difference. So there are a lot of factors. Lorenzo is going to have to move. And in and out. You know, if he sits still at any point in time, that could be a bad night. Bad time.
Absolutely. He's going to have to count on his explosiveness. He's going to have to count on that next level, next level literally alien explosiveness that he has.
For 10 minutes, he's going to have to do that.
And that's a tough one right there. That's a lot of explosiveness.
One in this sport, so he's going to have to do that for 10 minutes.
No, ain't happening. Nope.
Everybody knows I'm one of the biggest Hunt fans there is, but like I said, if he doesn't, I believe if he doesn't get him out by the second round, it's gonna Mick's just gonna throw that weight on him, and it's gonna be over. He's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna tire out, gas out, and then different air out there as well. I mean, I know he's in Puerto Rico right now, but you know, I'm sure he'll get out there.
Smaller ring for this event?
No, that'll be a big.
It'll be the 22-foot for the Knucklemania.
For the Knucklemania.
That's going to be kind of an advantage for Lorenzo because, you know, they're using the smaller ring. They play in Terrell's favor.
Oh yeah, that would suck. I wouldn't take that fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then of course we got Big Ben Rothwell. You know, Big Ben Rothwell, and finally the fight that we wanted to see. Supposed to have happened at BKFC. Was it 41 or 56? I think it was 41 that it was supposed to happen, and it was supposed to have been Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy. So another interesting fight.
41 was December.
No, 41. No, 41 was in Denver. You're thinking
it was 56. Then.
That was 56. Yeah,
it was 56. Yeah. It was December.
Yeah,
but that fight didn't happen. Yeah, that'd be dope. Can't wait. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Actually, the fight that I'm more interested in seeing is actually Kudanov and Let Me Bang Julian Lane. That's the fight that I want.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one because you got two guys who love to step forward and two guys who have big fucking hands on top.
Kudanov, that's the guy that fought Gogo, right?
Cordonov.
Yeah, he fought Gogo. Yep. Yeah, he had a really good fight against Gogo. They were going back and forth, like doing the.
He me down too.
Yeah. See, I wasn't saying names. You see, I wasn't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
Dog.
That one I kind of took personal because there was some things going on around the time that had me thinking crazy, and I was just like, "This is too much of a coincidence for it not to like be adding up." And I was just not to speak on things too much, and I was like, "Dude, what's going on?" And like, I was really looking forward to fighting that guy. He's solid, you know. He's got a great style. I thought it was gonna be a great matchup. I didn't think he was a slouch at all, you know. Even though he was 0-1, I think he gave Gogo some work, you know. I was looking forward to that fight, and I hate it got off the table. I hope he does well in this one and that in the future.
I definitely would like to see you against Julian Lane. I think it would be a good fight.
That'd be fun.
I got banned from my page because I said something to him in regards to something he was commenting on. So I'm gonna leave him alone. I feel like he's protected.
That's my boy, dog. Julian, that's my boy, dog. He's from
I don't dislike anybody.
That's how I am.
Like one, bro, I'm out here to make fights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here to fight. Bro, I can chill all day and we can go outside and fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. And then I mean, there's a bunch of fights on there. You got Alvarez coming back. You got Diaz coming back. Who the heck? The Aguilar coming back. You got Pittman coming back. Jeremiah Riggs, who just fought, is coming back.
I'm happy that Jeremiah Riggs gets an opportunity on Knucklemania. I mean, he did so well on his last fight. And he needed it because, you know, coming back from such a hellacious injury, and you never know exactly how that's going to heal right until you get in the ring. And he looked great. But he also had that massive cut that he had to deal with. Unfortunately, we lost Jeremy again. That's all right. But he had to deal with it. But he was on borrowed time, because you and I both know with him that he was on borrowed time with that cut. That fight would have been stopped if it had proceeded anymore, and he knew that. So he had to put his foot on the gas, get that knockout, and he did.
Shout out to Kevin Smith for this weekend. Was running the whole show by himself, pretty much. And I won't say by himself. Andy, everybody was there, but every person I asked anything about, they were like, "Oh." Like any security or anybody said anything, they were like, "Oh, you have to speak to Kevin Smith." I was like, "Okay, let me see my boy Kevin doing big things." Yeah,
no, Kevin was doing good things. Kevin, he killed it when we were over in Bulgaria. You know, I mean, you know, it was all Kevin. You know, he was just the guy. I make fun of him every single chance that he can, and he does exactly the same back in return. But professionally, man, the guy fucking kills it. But they have no patience. You know, Andy and Kevin Both you motherfuckers have this problem. When I come up to talk to you, you're like, I'm too fucking busy for you, Jeff. So right there, buddy.
Yeah, I always like to mess with Andy.
They're always too busy to talk to me, man. Even
I always wait till it seems like Andy's at the busiest that he can be, and then I stop him every single time. Andy, huh?
I need to do that.
Great
shit.
job, man. Great job. He's like, fuck you.
I need to time that shit out. I need to see when he's at his get ready to have his head explode like in freaking Scanners, and then choose to say, "So, man, the weather that we've been having has been pretty good, isn't it, Kevin?" He's like, "Fuck you, Jeff."
That's when I like to catch him, dog. I tell you.
You're not sorry. You're not
do
sorry.
something so important, and he'll be like, hey, Andy, huh? Yeah, what's up, man? You're doing a great job, buddy. He's like, thanks, man. You too, man. You too.
Well, he's Canadian. He's supposed to say, buddy. Hey, buddy, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your friend.
Alfredo Angulo.
Angulo.
Who's that?
Alfredo Angulo. He's going to be on the Knucklemania card.
Oh, okay. I can't lie. Oh, against Jeremiah Riggs. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, I got you, Howie.
That's going to be an interesting fight because that's a former interim world boxing champion. So that's going to be really interesting on top of that. Yeah, he's a world champion. Yeah. So another boxer that is towing the line with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and realizing that boxing skill set may not count for shit inside the squared circle. It may not. We both know that boxers can be successful here. I mean, you don't believe us. Go talk to our current welterweight champion.
Kevin's busy with the kids. He doesn't want to come on here.
Yeah. But look at all.
Just ask Kevin whatever questions you want to ask him in the chat, buddy, and I'll reply it to him. It's like, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to that extent. No way.
But yeah, man. Great night or great weekend of fights. Not even just see. Not today, buddy. Not today. You got to give Kevin.
Well, Corey. I mean, he wasn't invited, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Got to give Kevin 2-week notice.
Oh, absolutely.
And he needs his own flyer, and it's got to have the logo on there.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He wasn't fucking invited, so there he is.
Every time I make a flyer for one of his fighters, I always forget to add the logo, and he's like, "The logo." I'm like, "Oh, damn it."
All right. All right, Jeremy. We're gonna close it out here tonight. So we're gonna give you the opportunity that we always extend all of our fighters and all of our guests to go ahead and give shout outs to your sponsors, friends, family, anybody who helped bring you to the dance coming up for Bkfc Fight Night Omaha. We're gonna give you the floor right now, my friend.
Yes, man. First and foremost, I give all glory to God. I want to thank my new manager, man, DJ Tony. Dude has been keeping me posted in people's faces every chance he gets when he gets online, man. Shout out to Coach Jesus Pacetta, all the guys over at Bonebreaker, Trucking, Michael L, Soto, my sponsors, man. I'd like to thank those guys, Eric Ortega, Chad Caldwell, the guys over at the barbershop. Also, be sure to give your boy a follow at Jeremie Holloway, on my IG, Facebook as well. Andy Hall again, Nate Shook, Bkfc, for these opportunities, and I hope they just keep pouring in.
You know it, brother. Going to the top. We going to get that. You know what I mean? That strap, dog. Strap season.
Brother. It's definitely strap season, man. It's definitely strap season.
Wolfpack is back, baby. The new shit, Jeff. I'm meant to tell you, dog.
Man, if David gets any word of this, I don't care where we go, if we got to fight in that man's kitchen, I'll go to his house and fight for the belt. Doesn't matter. Any fight really doesn't have to be for a belt. I'm not turning this shit down as long as it gets me closer to that title.
Wait till you see the new, hopefully in the next couple of days here, wait till you see the new team shirts I have being made, dog. I'm taking it back to early 2000s, NWO style. And
for the 99 and the 2000.
Woo, the shirt is I'm telling you, dog. because we're the Wolf Pack, dog, and so got to take it back. The shirt is gonna be too fire. And I got to get you with my guy too, Donnie Brooks, so he can go ahead and customize your own T-shirts like the rest of the team has as well.
Definitely, I need to get on that ASAP.
I'll send you his info right now, Michael Quigg on Facebook. But I'll send you his information so you can message him, and then he'll customize a shirt to exactly however you want it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, brother. Good talking to you, and
thank you guys for having me.
See you in a couple of weeks for your fight.
Yes, sir. See you out in Nebraska, man.
All right. That was Jeremie Holloway talking all things BKFC Fight Night Omaha. Going back over to Omaha. Omaha not the most I guess you could say stimulating or exciting place in the world and such, but I definitely know that Sean, Chris, and the rest of us are definitely going to be heading over to the Drover, because every time that we go there, that's the steakhouse that we always head up. That's the world famous steakhouse, the Drover. Howie's been with us multiple times. Good steakhouse, good environment. One of those old school, almost prohibition underground style steakhouses. Very, very cool. You should. Yeah, hopefully you can make it there, Howie, because we're definitely going to be doing the Drover probably after the weigh-in show. So you definitely got to check this out.
Howie, come out to Denver, buddy, because I'll be in Denver. I'm gonna most likely, from what I heard today, I might be at Knucklemania too. So we'll see. But
I like this nod that you had there. Come on here, Howie. Come on here, Howie. Come on,
we don't need SWAT team Howie. That's what we don't need. But if there's no SWAT team Howie, then we're good to go.
No, we only had SWAT team in Montana.
I'm trying to remember. Is Omaha the venue when you walk in and it's just like huge glass and a big escalator?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I thought so.
Yeah, it's the First Liberty Credit Union Arena. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's that other restaurant right down the street too, right? That like right underneath the train rail that has the two floors. It has a train that goes around the top of the building. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Now I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. I know that I ate there once. I just don't remember what it was for. But, thank you, big dog. I do have them for sale. So if you want one, hit my Facebook or Instagram. I got them for sale and a bunch of other stuff now too. But yeah, you got to come for Knucklemania 4 and Mohegan Sun, Howie. That's going to be history making right there, because two new territories for us, California and Connecticut. That's good stuff. And with Mohegan Sun, for those of you who don't know anything about Mohegan Sun, man, that's like the Madison Square Garden of Connecticut. That is a world famous facility for combat sports. The one that I know that was there the most was definitely Bellator. So Sean Wheelock's going to feel right at home over there at the Mohegan Sun. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Big Ben wants to know, Howie, who are you fighting in the parking lot out there, big dog? What's going on? Who's messing with you now? Who are you going to smack with a wine bottle?
I know, right? Are you bringing out? Are you checking in your wine case for that one for different reasons? Going to smack somebody over the head with a 15-year-old Malbec? I'd be okay with that. We collectively. Oh, look at that! It's the collective we don't like.
I mean, I like everybody, Howie. So
okay.
It can only be. Oh, okay. All right. I know you're probably talking about
Rooftop Supplements. It's not Mr. Live Worldwide. Shit. It's trying to stir the pot in here. Rooftop Supplements. Make all kinds of noise. Make all kinds of problems. And something? I applaud. No, fuck that. I applaud you for stirring the pot. Good for you, Rooftop.
I'm not. He called me a fake Puerto Rican and all type of stuff up here. I don't know what's going on. He was being cool at first, and then he switched up on us. It's all right, buddy. I still like you too. But yeah, man. Like I said, great weekend of fights between both Clearwater BKFC and UFC 300. Got a bunch of stuff going on in all the sports world. NBA basketball playoffs just started today. And who else? Oh, in the boxing world, I think this weekend is the fight, isn't it? Haney and is it this weekend or Haney and what's his name? The young Spanish kid.
Are you talking about Garcia?
De La Hoya's boy.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Is that this weekend or I believe it's this weekend?
No, that's April 20th. It's this weekend. Yep.
Yeah. This weekend. That I don't know. He looks like he's totally on drugs. I don't know how this fight is happening.
He's
selling. He's trying to sell the fight. I don't know why he would need to sell it. The fight is what it is.
Well, because there's, I mean, De La Hoya loves, Ryan Garcia, is an easy sell.
Ryan Garcia is a cokehead.
They're making him out to be. They're kind of making him out to be like the next pound for pound king, and I don't think the kid has it in him to be the pound for pound king. I mean, he's definitely, dude, world champion material, world champion himself all the way across. I know that Garcia is the favorite, but I'm taking Haney too. I'm taking Devin. I think Devin Haney has more. Devin Haney has more. I just think Devin Haney has more natural talent.
Yeah, I don't see him. Nah. And I can tell. I can tell when you're acting and you're actually on drugs.
I don't care if he is or not. I don't give a shit if he is or not. But all I know is that I don't see somebody out. I don't see Ryan Garcia outpowering Devin Haney. I don't.
No, of course not. That's what I'm saying. Haney, I see like third round. No, it's possible.
No. He'll go longer than that.
I say fifth round.
I'm saying 6 or 7. I'm saying 6 or 7 rounds.
Fifth round. I was thinking I'm still in bare knuckle world, so I forgot we're talking boxing. So yeah,
you got to remember in the boxing world, hands are weaponized. You put wraps on, you put those gloves on, and hands become weapons. So
I'm writing it down right now, Jeff. My guess is 2 minutes in the 5th round.
I'm gonna make a vague call, round 6 or round 7.
Come on, Jeff. I need more than that.
I can't give you a time on it. Because it is around that time. I don't know what kind of gas tank the Devin's going to have around 6 or 7 rounds. But I mean, as far as time wise, but I'm calling it rounds between round 6 and 7, either round 6 or round 7. The fight gets stopped.
All right. And then in other boxing news, Jake Paul announced tonight that Amanda Serrano will be returning.
Yeah,
in the co-main.
She could be on the big fight. Yep.
For part 2.
Yeah.
Of damn it, I'm messing up again. Who the hell is she fighting again?
It just got released. It just got released today, didn't it?
Katie Taylor. There you go.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Taylor 2. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a banger.
That's the actual main event because they're not Tyson and him are not gonna actually be fighting.
Yeah, but Katie Taylor gets an opportunity to shut down Serrano on probably one of the most widely watched boxing cards in recent memory because of the fact that it's going to be streaming on Netflix. So the eyes on that product is just going to be insane. It's just going to be insane. $12,450 to be in the front row at the Haney fight. He's friends with Bernard Hopkins, and they had to pay that much. Obviously, they're not that big a friend.
I just looked yesterday, and the arena is still only half sold out. So I would have waited.
I would too. Yep. I would have waited too long.
With fights like that, they're normally sold out already or close to it, and it's week of the fight, and it's half empty still. So I think Ryan Garcia did bad.
And I wouldn't pay no fucking 24. Even if I'm gonna tell you something, even if I was wealthy, I still wouldn't pay no 24 fucking grand for ringside seats for anything.
Nah, I mean, if I was like beyond, had just money to spend, I mean, I would spend something like that, like on the Cowboys Super Bowl, or Knicks are in the championship game 7.
It would have to be a big fight, big game feel in order to spend that.
I don't think that there could be a fight that I would pay that much for, but like Yankees in the World Series, any of one of my teams in their championship, I could do it. But I don't think there's a fight right now of any fighter that I would actually pay that much to watch.
The good thing about it is I don't have to pay a goddamn thing, man. I love being ringside for the good stuff and everything. And when Mr. Live Worldwide is not announcing, he can still go ahead and use that silver tongue to possibly get himself a good ticket or a free ticket. Speaking of Mr. Live Worldwide, I know you've got some graphics for me, Mr. Tony, about some stuff that I'd like to talk about. Tony was very, very nice enough to go ahead and put this out here. And I'm
so we'll go ahead and go pick first.
Not that one. No, not that one. Oh, I don't. Oh,
which one?
Of course, there's the main label for my tie sponsor with Mr.
Oh, okay. Now I got you. There you go, buddy.
There we go. So I guess I can make it official now that I have signed on with Millions, and they're going to be handling a lot of stuff for me as far as merchandising, getting the brand out there for Mr. Live Worldwide. So I'm very excited about that. They've already been very hands-on with me this far. So to the left down there in the media feed was my introductory interview that I had with Millions. You guys can definitely go on Millions and check me out there. And of course, the other one is my 60-second little teaser showing exactly what Mr. Live Worldwide can do for you in the ring. And I'm excited about this collaboration with Millions because they've got some really fresh ideas. And I told them the kind of merchandise that I want out there as far as my branding, as far as the Mr. Live Worldwide brand, I want it to be stylish. I want it to be able to be shirts, T-shirts, hats, and all the good apparel. I want it to be stuff, Tony, that you can wear anywhere. It's not just the kind of apparel that you wear to a fight. It's stylish. It's something that you can wear out. You were talking about the NWO. I'm going to send out everything. We don't have them ready to launch as of yet. My design team is still working on that, but we're going to have that pretty soon. And wait till you see my official Mr. Live Worldwide t-shirt. I put a lot of thought into this one, and I think everybody is going to want. Anybody who's a fan of Mr. Live Worldwide is going to definitely love this T-shirt, absolutely. Plus, also, guys, I also want to announce something while I'm here, Tony. I'm actually launching some apparel through Millions, and I want you guys, anybody who's a fan of Mr. Live Worldwide, I would like to now officially name you members of the Loudmouth Nation. Now, I've said this before, but this time we're really pushing it because the Loudmouth Nation not only is for the fans that follow me or follow BKFC, the Loudmouth Nation also appeals to those of you who have gone through life and you've been told you're a chatterbox, you talk too much, you shut the fuck up, you're too loud and such. So for all of those who are chatterboxes, who were put out there, who are ridiculed because you talk too fucking much, guess what? You got somebody who's got your back as of right now. So members of the Loudmouth Nation, they're going to be shirts and merch launching soon, as well as the official Mr. Live Worldwide brand. So thank you.
There you go. You might have to make a new Facebook fan page for it, buddy.
I hate doing that shit because the problem with it is, Tony, one page gets all the love and one gets seriously neglected.
I trust me. I have 5 pages on Facebook, 5 Instagrams, 3 Twitters. So trust me, I know it's like 6 YouTubes for no reason.
Hey, folks, hashtag Loudmouth Nation. Yes.
There you go.
I appreciate that. That is going to be a frequent hashtag on all my posts. Moving. No, Howie. That is one thing I refuse to do. I refuse to do.
Well, you don't have to.
It's not about that. It's not about that. The OnlyFans started off a certain way.
Yeah.
It just did.
The name is just,
It's not. I mean, and I respect that OnlyFans is a sponsor with BKFC. So I'm not saying anything negative about that. I want my brand to be associated with millions.
He's more of a Playboy guy.
I'm not. Guy. Yeah. So it's the OnlyFans. The OnlyFans, unfortunately, is not going to do much for Mr.
Live. Ebony magazine. Yeah, I got you on that one.
I'm going to be honest with you. You don't have to twist my arm too hard for that one, Tony. That's for sure.
Ebony magazine.
Putting some bullet points out for
pages are still stuck together from the 90s.
No. Seriously, man, I have enough sense.
Yeah, there you go. You can make your own page, only ties instead.
Oh, Ben, I like that, but that might be a little. I don't know. Maybe OnlyFans would actually come after me for that one for being.
Thank you, Rooftop. I appreciate the compliment. I'm gonna flip everything.
Page is stuck
like opposite
together.
Day over here,
man.
The worst Puerto Rican. Thanks.
Only ties. I like that. Ben. I like that.
That's a dope one. That is dope.
All right.
While we're on it, let's show.
Oh, get that off the screen
for this weekend. Boom. Make sure you go ahead, Jeff. Shout out the website.
That's right. For the official Mr. Live Worldwide Hopper Tie line, you're going to go to rudytie.com. That's RUTYTIE.com. If you want to wear ties just like Mr. Live Worldwide does, that's where you're going to go. rudytie.com.
Boom. Then we'll go ahead and switch it over to us. And shout outs to Donnie Brooks. Make sure you go, or Michael Quigg.
Those are cool. The Cassie Rob. I like the Cassie Rob one.
I was going to say, which fighter has their own shoes? We're making some moves. Cassie Rob's the first fighter with her own. She's got sneakers and high heels. We got our hats here. Make sure you go on there. We literally have like every single color hat that you can think of, and you can go on there and actually customize it to the color that you want as well. So yeah, that's that. And then what else we got? Oh yeah, and then boom. So Jeff, I told you we're going Wolfpack. This is just the one that I did, not the one that Donnie Brook has done, which is going to be way better. But we got this one that I'm doing with, my color is orange. So instead of the red, I went with the orange teeth and eyes. And then I went old school.
We need a little blood on the fur. Now it doesn't have to be red blood. You could do orange like that, but we need a little blood splatter on. We need a little.
That's why I got this one. I got the all red.
All right.
Little something.
That red one looks like, man, it looks like it's like bearing down on your stomach. It looked like it's biting in.
It's just, it's on a mascot.
Its eyes look like Skittles. Its eyes look like Skittles, man.
It's super tight. But yeah, that's what else we got. Shout out to Live 21 here out of Clearwater, Florida.
Which he shouts out all the time and I never get.
Shout outs to 2118 Cigar Bar and Lounge in Cape Coral, Florida, which will be hosting they host BKFC events among other events as well. All the games and everything they have there. Shout outs to Billboard Mats as well. Talked to Tommy earlier today, and they will be at Knucklemania with the mats. Mm-hmm. So that is pretty cool. And then shout out to our boy Street Nat with the GNAT. He's doing training services all over the Florida area. Make sure you message him on Facebook or Instagram and set up a workout. Best
That
workout.
let me tell you guys, Mr. Live Worldwide has ran through the workout. That is fucking patrol man already trolling.
Hey, bro. We can definitely come out with some stuff. Just hit me up, dog. Or hit up Donnie Brooks, dog. He'll set you up with whatever type of look you want for the website. You can have your own little section on there and have different hats and different stuff to sell, dog. I don't know how that's gonna work with copywriting, but
please.
Well, we'll see.
We will.
And a little drip. See, I got mixed. All
right.
Yeah.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Shout out Swervo Cuts. Yeah, I'm sure he cut Big Ben's hair this weekend as well.
Absolutely.
I know, right?
Learn their business
name. I said their business names. What are you talking about? How did I not? I said them exactly how they are. It's just because they updated this app, so everything is mixed around from where it normally is. You normally have everything lined up, but it's everything's mixed up now. So I got to scroll up.
He's telling the truth. They did rework the app.
Thank you, Carmine. I appreciate it. Oh, not this hat. Well, yeah, those hats. Yeah, man. Make sure you go to DonnieBrooks.com. You got Arnold Adams stuff on there, Gabrielle Roman, I can't think of Cassie Robb. The whole Orozco Elite team is all on there, plus a bunch of other BKFC and BYB fighters and a bunch of other stuff they got on there. So make sure you go check them out.
Yep.
I think that's it for all the sponsors.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point for tonight.
What do you got going on this weekend, Jeff?
Gearing up for Knucklemania. Gonna try a few different combinations. I thought I was gonna go with a brand new jacket for Knucklemania, but I decided not to because of the fact that I'm still working some angles out with my current suit sponsor. So I'm gonna have some new threads, but it's not gonna be a new suit for Knucklemania 4, but it's definitely gonna be a color I've never worn before, so I'm happy about that. And just about the weekend, like I said, gearing up and enjoying a very rare week off. I get in Wednesday afternoon, Big Ben. I get in Wednesday afternoon because as everybody knows, the festivities are going to be going down. Thursday, we have got the press conference, and our David Feldman is supposed to be making a major announcement at the press conference, April 25th. They tried to get it out with him a couple of shows ago at the post-fight press conference, and he said, "Well, I assume that information is going to be announced April 25th." He absolutely stuck with it. I love it. So we've got the press conference then of course that we've got the weigh-in show on Friday, and then Saturday's the big day. Saturday we make history with the biggest bare knuckle extravaganza of all time for our first time in Cali. Not only our first time in Cali, Jesus Christ, look where we are for our first time in Cali at the Peacock Theater right next door to the Crypto.com Arena in LA. Whew.
It's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be huge.
This is a different animal, guys. For all the BKFC events that you've seen leading up to this is an absolutely complete different animal for us. This is the big time, guys. This is the big time. The
Falcon, they're both
Hollywood. We're in Hollywood, so you know that the celebs are going to be in full force, full effect for Knucklemania 4.
Well, you'll have your security team, Falcon and Absent Mind, already there because they live there. So lucky for you.
Lucky for me.
If you need any roofing done or anything, hit up Absent Mind while you're there. Or is it Falcon? One of them. Oh no, Absent Mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think actually, I don't know. They might actually both do it together. I'm not sure if they work together or not.
Kai's pepper for his egg. Yeah.
Who cares?
He's coming to get us stopped. He very well might be. You never know. You never know, Howie.
No, big dog. You never know. You guys might see LeBron James in there.
You never know. You never know who's in.
Oh, It's going to be good, I tell you. Well, for me this weekend, I have what do I have? Oh, I have 2 events actually. I am going to be here at the biggest, the mega indoor workout that we do every month, once a month in Tampa.
Okay.
So make sure you come out, Tampa Bay, Apex Center. Normally, I know last month we had close to 250 people there. It's normally between 250, 300 people there working out. Then later on in the day, I will be going to, I forget, but it's a brand new liquor store that's opening up. It's like kind of like a Total Wine out here that I'll be DJing at for a couple hours too. So
All right.
that's my weekend.
All right, the guy's the guy's a little busy this weekend. I've got a kind of a little bit of a lazy weekend this time, and I'm actually happy with that because the Bkfc schedule in May is going to be outrageous.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be absolutely
most likely.
I think every weekend is spoke for in the month of May. So it's going to be, and there's 5 weekends in May, so it's going to be pretty loaded. It's going to be pretty loaded. Still waiting to see if I'm getting the thumbs up to do a BKFC fight night in Puebla. Now, I definitely want to go back to Mexico. It's been a long time since I've done a show with Mexico with BKFC. BKFC 4 was the last one. And then I did some Roy Jones Jr. Boxing promotions events, a couple events in Mexico. So it has been a couple of years. So I'm ready to get back.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if maybe I don't know if they'll maybe go with doing the announcing in Spanish.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you about that. I don't think that personally, if I'm looking at it from a production standpoint, I think that they should follow the same business model as far as when we do fights internationally, the way UFC does. The UFC does fights the way that they do fights, and I believe that that's the way that we should be doing that. We should be offering English-speaking international for international events, 100%. Yeah, February 2nd, 2019. That's right, Howie. You were there. In fact, that's where I met you. I believe that's where I met you at BKFC 4. Yep.
MJ? I don't know. I was watching Best of Mike Tyson. I don't know if it ended yet. Probably did.
Yeah, it already has. You got MJ on there right now.
Oh,
the man who defied gravity. The man who made a very difficult sport look fucking easy.
The actual.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's got their fucking favorite. But as far as somebody who defied gravity, defied the sport, somebody who made a very difficult professional sport look easy. Nobody had the flow like MJ. Nobody.
We never found out who are you fighting? Oh, he said it already. He said it earlier. We didn't say a name. He just said someone that everyone doesn't like. And if I'm gonna put it in Howie's group of not liking, then it's only like 3 people that I can actually think of. So I don't know which one it is.
Howie, tomahawk free throw slam, man. That's as pretty as it gets, man. That's as
Nobody flew like Mike.
Nobody.
I mean, they made Nike Air because of Jordan. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you also have to look at that. You have to look at that. Everybody got their shoes because of Mike. Everybody got their shoes because of Mike.
Yeah.
Everybody got the shoe deals that exist wouldn't exist the same way if it hadn't been for MJ.
Yeah, he had at the time had the biggest deal. He, every basketball player.
He was the only player who was getting a percentage of every shoe sold. The only one.
Yeah. Before
nobody. Yep. You just get a straight up.
He was the smart one that did a percentage.
That's right.
Because before that, I mean, other players had shoes. Well, they didn't have shoes. They had their own color, different color of the weapons, first weapons. Everybody had their own different color of the weapon. Like Magic had the yellow one and the purple one. Bird had the green ones and white ones. But yeah, he was the first one that actually came out with his own series. And Best shoe of all time, the Air Jordans, or CME show.
Nothing sells out faster than Jordans. Nothing.
Nope.
Nobody's line sells out faster than his.
But
I know you're talking about, Howie.
Yep, NASCAR, basketball too. The Charlotte Hornets or Charlotte. No, they changed their names, right? Charlotte something. Bob
Not yet absent-minded, but he will. He will. LeBron will be
he'll have for sure. He'll probably have one in all three. He'll probably have one in all three places. I would assume he has one in Cleveland by now.
Yes.
If he doesn't, he will. And then he'll have one. I don't know if he'll have one in LA. But
Mr. Finnegan, what's up, my friend? I just wanted to go ahead and give you a shout out. It was so good. It was so good seeing there and your boy actually, ringside. He had a Bkfc belt on. Brian Socha was giving him all kinds of plugs. He was sitting there front row, shining up his big championship belt.
You know it. Yeah, man, it was good to see him. I've seen them at first.
Duffer. Jackson's good people.
I seen them in line when they had first got there. It was cool getting to sit there and talk with him and take pictures. He's definitely a cool kid, man. You're raising him right. And maybe when he grows up, he'll be the next champ. Who knows?
You never know. You never know in the direction they head. On that note, guys, I think that's a good place to close out for the night. Fantastic show. Unfortunately, we need to teach our fight logistics coordinator, Andy Hall, how to properly click on a link. So that way that we can have him enjoy our company the next time. But we definitely want to give a shout out to representing under the Orozco Elite umbrella, Jeremie Holloway, who's got his big fight coming up for Bkfc Fight Night Omaha. I know, Tony, you are stoked about that.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to the Animal for jumping on and filling space for us.
Absolutely.
And, it was, a good time. Hold on now. While you've been talking, I've been trying to do something real quick. Boom.
Never lets me know anything. He never lets me know anything, guys. The synergy.
It's a surprise for our little man.
Oh, okay.
Boom. There you go.
There you go.
It is, man.
You guys look like Smurfs.
Find your picture with him too, but I couldn't find it.
You look like Smurfs with that blue light. Look at that.
There you go, the one and only. He was killing it.
Jackson was killing it.
Yeah, that was pretty quick, man. That was pretty quick. See how fast I am, man.
All right. Much love.
Yeah, that's on that note. Let's do this real quick. Before we leave out, next week we have on the returning Chris Soros, who will be fighting the Mohegan Sun.
Yep.
And followed up by and then hopefully with Andy Hall as well. And then the week after that, we have the Joker on, who will be fighting on that Denver card against Christina Christ. See what she has to say about her return. She's been out of the square circle for a while as well.
That sounds like a fun fight.
Yeah, it does, because they're just going to be going forward, hopefully, anyways. So should be. This guy. All right, Big Ben. I'm sorry. I didn't bring your shirt. Okay, I get it.
All right, stop crying in breast milk, Big Ben. You're doing all right.
Until next week, guys. Everybody have a blessed weekend, and everybody stay safe. Peace.
Bones the domes, boy, the intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you. If you go against me in the square circle, let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a Chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team been talking tough. DJ Tony grab the mic, cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. In the famous words of Jeff Houston, time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you. It's how you
knuckle up.
It's about how you make yourself different from the rest.
It's time to knuckle up.